So my role, I'm the Chief Operating Officer for the Rolling Barrage PTSD Foundation. And every year we hold a coast-to-coast motorcycle ride, starting in St. John's, Newfoundland, going all the way to Vancouver, BC. And the ride enables members who are taking part to engage in camaraderie, healing, social involvement that would otherwise be something they stray away from due to PTSD.
When did the Rolling Barrage start?
So this is our 9th year. We started off our first year going from Halifax to Vancouver, and this year we go from St. John's all the way to Vancouver. Next year is going to be a big one. It will be our 10th anniversary.
Do you have any plans, special plans for the 10th?
We do. We're not releasing that information yet, but
okay.
I have a lot of surprises coming for next year.
How did you become involved in the Rolling Barrage?
So I served for 14 and a half years in the Royal Canadian Air Force. I was a tactical data link operator and then eventually moved into space operations. In my time in service, I also was deployed to Iraq in the 2nd rotation fighting ISIS. So PTSD is something that affects me as well as most of the people in this room. I got involved initially just as a rider and then got into volunteering on a provincial level. And a couple years ago I was medically discharged from the Canadian Forces because of my injuries. And at that time they asked me to take over the Chief Operating Officer.
Is there anything you'd like to tell people about the Rolling Barrage?
The Rolling Barrage itself does more good than I can even comprehend. Not just the way that it affects the individuals on this ride, when it comes to the healing aspect of it, the socialization, but also the money we raise. So we raise on average $70,000 to $80,000 every year, and that goes directly to support services for members suffering from PTSD, whether it's supporting a veterans food bank or equine therapy camps, right? All these different organizations we support. One of the big things that we did in the last couple of them actually, we bought these devices called Muse S headbands, and you can find them at choosemuse.ca. These headbands sync with an app on your phone, and you put your earbuds in, put the headband on, it reads your brain activity, and it will actually adjust the audio based on what your brain's doing to filter out the noise. We went out to Pictou on the East Coast and gave one to every first responder and RCP member that was involved in the mass shooting. We, being myself, my wife, and a couple others, rode down on our bikes to Carberry and gave one to all 13 members of the Carberry Fire Department who responded to that tragic accident. We've given some to the Winnipeg OSI Department, the Winnipeg Police Department. We've given to the RCMP. They're proven to work. We bought a lot of them, put them to good use. Last year during the forest fires in Jasper, the Jasper Legion became a focal point for all the first responders and firefighters that were fighting that fire. But it became overrun because they weren't prepared for that amount of people, so we gave them $10,000 to assist with what they were doing. And that helped them provide food and drinks and showers and everything to the members over there. So we do more good than I can count with this organization, and it wouldn't happen without the volunteers that we have. So
that's interesting. That's more than I've known about the Rolling Barrage. So thank you very much for talking to us, Mark. We appreciate it.
My pleasure.
And we're glad to see you back in your hometown.
Thank you.
To Neepawa, on behalf of the Manitoba team and the Rolling Barrage family, thank you for all showing up. Beautiful day for riding, even though the clouds might not look so beautiful, but it was still a gorgeous day to be on the road. So, first of all, I would like to thank the Neepawa Legion, the Ladies Auxiliary, and the community members who have come together once again to support us. Your hospitality and spirit are felt deeply by everybody that is on this ride. show up in Neepawa and we pull in and we see all these smiling faces, the cameras going off, people cheering, people happy, it will bring a smile to any rider's face. So thank you. It's because of communities like this that the Rolling Barrage is more than just a motorcycle ride. It's a movement for healing, hope, and connection, which a lot of these guys do when they come from Gander going to BC. You make a lot of friends on the way that come and go, but somebody's always there to listen to you. And that's what this is about. So, get this off to start. So, can I get Bruce to come on up? Bruce, on behalf of TRP, thank you to the Neepawa Legion for having us once again and putting on a great event. Marilyn Crew. You managed to skim out last year. You're not going to get away from it this year. I'm sorry. For all of you that don't know, Marilyn and I have been in contact, emails back and forth in reference to that when we pull into town, having road blocked off, things like that. Great support, great asset, and greatly appreciated. Thank you. And last but not least, because he's standing right here beside me, yes, you're not going to get away with it. In Headingley, Mark graciously paid for the fuel for everybody that continued on to Neepawa. It's not a small bill.
So at this point, we'd like to call on the ladies auxiliary to come up. They said they'd like to make a presentation to us.
On behalf of the Legion Ladies Auxiliary, we'd like to make this donation from our auxiliary to the garage, and there will also be another check to follow with the donation from the board.
And she tried to slide it to me and not get noticed, but she's not getting away with it. So Mary Murray has a habit of doing raffles in-house for schools and such, and tried to slide me an envelope of 165 without getting recognized. So once again, everybody, thank you. Sure. Oh, Bob Burger.
It's your stage. You go right ahead.
Well, thank you. It's a pleasure having you in our town again. For carrying the torch, you do us proud. Thank you.
So for those on the ride, that obviously wouldn't know, the gentleman who's just up here, Bob Ferguson, was actually my cadet commander back when I was a young 13-year-old. We all are now. Erickson Brash. Erickson Brash.
Yes, this is our first experience coming here, but we
Came in from Erickson?
came from Erickson, and on behalf of the branch, this is
ask Mary to come up. So this is a part of the evening that is very touching. Has a lot of meaning for those involved. And those of us that have served in the military and have received one understand the importance of the Valor Code. So these are handmade by Mary. How many have you done now?
Probably.
So Mary makes these on her own, doesn't really use any help, doesn't accept any donation, or won't try. She's done hundreds of these for members of 2DP in Chicago. She's done countless for children in the NICU, and she does them for us to do presentations to deserving members.
I'd like to know, now, I'm getting older. I can't do the bigger ones like I used to. I can't make them that size anymore. So they're getting to be a little bit smaller. So I hope you understand that.
Just this past Saturday? Yeah, the 29th of July was Mary's 85th birthday. So Dougie, if you want to come up. I'm going to call the name of the first recipient. As they come up, I'm going to read their bio. Morgan Page. Raised in the north end of Winnipeg, her interest in policing began at a very young age. She researched policing agencies across Canada, and after graduating university, joined the RCMP at 25 years of age. Returning to Manitoba, her first 5 years were in general duty policing in Portage Prairie and in Gauze Lake Narrows, followed by 11 years investigating homicides around the province. In 2021, while investigating a homicide, PTSD symptoms hit hard and fast. Recognizing the signs, she sought treatment and continues that journey to this day. In 2022, she moved into teaching and mentoring others in the RCMP on judicial authorizations and has since returned to homicide work. Her path forward is made possible through the strength of her team, her family, her husband, children, friends, and treatment supports. Morgan, tonight we honor your courage, not just in service, but in healing. Now, a tradition with the quilts that you're wrapped in when you head off the stage.
I would like to thank all of you guys at the Rolling Barrage. I remember starting with RCMP. I didn't know anything about PTSD. One of our partners we lost within the first couple of years of working. I started working with them right at the beginning, and that's when I learned that this disease is out there. And I remember going to his funeral, and all of us were together, and the priest told us a story about everybody has a cup, and everybody's cup is a different size, and you can only do so much. And I wish I knew that earlier. And I remember the minute my cup spilled over and everything was everywhere. And you have to put everything back in. It takes education and knowledge. And I think the only way for us to get
hope I say it correctly, Daryl Cotillier. Born and raised on a farm in southern Manitoba, Daryl left farming at 23 to join the RCMP. His first decade was in general duty in Thompson and Selkirk, followed by 10 years investigating homicides and major crimes, Project Evoke, and historical cases. He spent his final years as a detachment commander in East St. Paul. About 18 years into service, PTSD began to show itself. In 2020, he received the diagnosis. Coping became increasingly difficult, affecting every part of his life: family, work, and friendships. The Winnipeg OSI Clinic became a vital support system. In 2023, Daryl made the difficult decision to leave policing and pursue a calmer, healthier life, surrounded by nature, family, friends, and community. Today he gardens, stays active, and gives back through volunteerism. Daryl, we honor the path you've walked and the strength it took to find the new one. So before we wrap up, I want to share a very special moment with you. Many of you already know Mary Murray, a woman whose kindness has become legendary among the Rolling Barrage. Mary recently turned 85 years young. And year after year, she continues to create handmade quilts with her own two hands. For our Valor Quilt presentations, for babies in the NICU, and for serving members of 2BP in Shiloh. Her hands may stitch, but it's her heart that touches so many lives. Mary, what you do has a profound effect on every person lucky enough to receive one of your quilts. You wrap countless hearts in care, and tonight, on behalf of the Rolling Barrage, I'd like to present you with this plaque. It's a small token of the deep gratitude and respect. The plaque says, "With gratitude and respect, Mary Murray, in honor of your years of unwavering support, your selfless generosity, and the warmth you bring to every rider on our journey. From your beautiful quilts to the handmade gifts, you've wrapped countless hearts in care. Your presence at the Neepawa Legion is a tradition we treasure deeply. With sincere appreciation, the Rolling Barrage family, August 2025. So lastly,
Not anymore.
So one more person I want to recognize before I hand the floor over to Warren. I want to thank somebody who makes all this come together. Our Manitoba Provincial Team Lead, Michael Kirk. Michael, from coordinating logistics to rallying community support, to just being that solid president, that solid presence we all rely on. Your hard work does not go unnoticed. For my role as the COO of the Rolling Barrage PTSD, I want to thank you for everything you do, brother. Before I step down, thank you, everybody.
So as Mark mentioned, with his role as the COO, Chief Operational Officer of the Rolling Barrage PTSD Foundation, he does a lot of work, a lot of behind-the-scenes work to make this entire ride happen, from route planning, help out with Manitoba somewhat, the list goes on. They're always there. He coordinated the entire deal with Big Freight, getting all the sponsored truck loaded with our motorcycles to take them out to St. John's, Newfoundland. As I said, the list goes on. So I'd like to take this opportunity, Mark, to thank you and present this certificate of appreciation for all that you do for the Rolling Barrage. I just want to, Leona Bond is not here. She operates our online auction. She also, as you heard, sponsored a fuel stop earlier. I'll give this to Mark on our, he can accept it on her behalf since she isn't here. Again, great work that she does. It garners a lot of extra funds for the Rolling Barrage. If you haven't had a look at the online auction for the Rolling Barrage, you can find it by linking to our Facebook page. It's on there, and there's lots of great items on there for auction.
The actuals?
Including?
So the actual site is 32, so 32, auctions.com/TRB2025. 32auctions.com/TRB2025. And there's a ton of handmade stuff on there. Like Warren just said, this quilt, which was donated by Mary, is one of the items on the auction. So, and we ship anywhere in Canada. So on that note,
all our riders, our tailgatters are both in Portage right now. Brian had a flat tire, so he's working on trying to possibly get our Saskatchewan rep, which comes coming into the province, was going to go down to Portage, pick him up, load his bike in his trailer, and come here. So we're looking for a backup plan. We're looking for somebody that might have a room with an extra bed in it. The guy from North Valley might have a place to sleep. Is there anybody that's got a free? Yeah.
I'm not sure I'm getting
Okay. I'll let Brian know, and then if they decide to come, I'll let
yeah, the best question is now over to Mary. Someone got it. There is now So if nobody else has anything else to